Hello, hello. So this is an information video on the next upcoming Gladius tournament, which is called Training Wheels. And it's a kind of a unique idea that I kind of came about, but I'm going to go through all about it, how you can enter it, and what are the rules, and what do you get when you win, and all that, and why, and such and such. But Gladius has been popping off. There's a lot more players trying to get into Gladius, mainly player versus player. There's a lot more guides out there. There's a lot more kind of excitement going on. Balance patches are creeping in there, yada, yada, yada. So, what better time to have new players try to compete competitively against other new players in a player versus player format with the help of veteran Gladius players. Now, I'm going to kind of talk about what that really means and how does that work and such and such. So to do that, I am going to go into kind of a slide presentation here because I'm so legit, and that's what you expect from Descrite Gaming as I put up my light chat in front of me. Yes, so let me do that. All right. Okay, I'm gonna take my webcam off just so you guys can concentrate on the slideshow. Okay, so Gladius 40K Training Wheels Tournament. Yes, that is an official name that I came up with. And I hope you love the love I put into this. Again, I'm reusing some assets, but why? Because it's very interesting and I think it'll be entertaining for everyone to watch. It's going to also settle the dispute who is the best coach in the game for this game, meaning who can teach somebody at a low level and play really well. And really, what that means is that the players that are playing are quite new to PvP. They're not veteran players at all, and it's your job as a veteran to try to take them under your wing, show them the ropes of competitive PvP Gladius, try to train them to win, tell them good ideas, go into maybe skirmish games with them, point out what they're doing wrong, what they're doing right, and that's kind of the gist of it. But why is because this again will help newer players feel more um, competent, feel more like they want to compete more with the other higher caliber of players playing Gladius. Again, I think it's a fun way because the way we can do this tournament setting is have you know coaches on both sides go against each other with their own prodigies, with their players that they're coaching. So it's kind of a unique way, and how it's going to work really is for the first 5 turns, the coaches can instruct and give them communicate during the game what to do. After 5 turns, they have to go to my drop pod, and they're not allowed to communicate with their players because the thing is, we would have like ghost players basically, where the coaches are actually playing for the players by telling them to do exactly what. But there's a catch. Each player has one battle pause, which the coach can then go back to the drop pod with them and tell them whatever. If they want to direct them on how to do that turn, they can if they want. So there is a little bit of the coach is very important in this format, but limited. And most that knowledge and skill level is going to come pre-game. So, or in that first 5 turns, because the first 5 turns, the coach can be like, "Oh, you're against Tyrannid. Well, this is what you have to watch out for. I want you to probably go this type of build. If you scout this, then you need to switch over to this." You do get a battle pause, which means the coach could then kind of like officially go over and talk to their player. So the battle pause will be pretty crucial for the new players because either they could use it during a combat part or maybe during the game when they don't know what to do, and the coach can kind of fill them in. It's gonna So that's basically the why. It's mainly to bring some more funness into Gladius, and I think this would be interesting and fun to do. And yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this one. This one's kind of interesting. So let's keep going here. And I did bullet point this. Yeah, so basically in a nutshell, help new PvP players, because this is pretty much what it's doing. Can coaches make a difference? So you might be the best player in Gladius, but can you spread your knowledge and help someone get as good as you, or get to a high level? So this is your chance to shine. Are you made to be a real coach in Gladius? Let's put it to the test and find out, shall we? Again, we're going to grow the PvP community by doing this. So because the end result is going to be new players should learn a lot by this experience, and it's a win-win for everybody, I think. So this is sort of the format. It's just best of one. This is going to be a very quick blitz format kind of tournament with a good prize at the end. But basically, it's going to draw down to this: no random or duplicate factions. It's going to be randomized, meaning you do some sort of coin flip, and then whoever wins coin flip can pick A or B. A picks first, B picks last. So B does get to counter pick whatever faction gets picked, whereas A can steal maybe the first faction that they want. So the coach can help, or maybe figure out how they want to do this with their player. Again, I think both have a positive and weakness, right? B gets to counter pick, A gets to pick the first faction. So if you want Dark Elder, go ahead, pick Dark Elder. So it should be interesting. Again, you just have to randomize it, either generate with a random flip a coin or whatever, and that's how it's going to work. No random or duplicate factions. Okay, so same kind of format as the first tournament. Once a faction has been picked, you can't take that. We're going to get into special rules. Now, it's going to be one coach per player, okay? So it can't be multiple coaches on one player. You're going to, say I'm coaching this player, and near the end, I'll talk about the vetting for it. There is going to be some vetting. Obviously, we don't want any veteran players sneaking into this Gladius special tournament, okay? And I'm going to try my best to vet the players, and hopefully I don't, a ninja veteran player gets by me and wins the whole tournament pretending to be a new player. I really want this to be a focus on, these new players. I would say a good. So how do you know you're a new player? Well, if you've played hardly any PvP or very little, so you got less than 500 hours in Gladius, I would say that pretty means you're kind of still learning the game, in my opinion. But there's ways to tell. But I will probably go through the roster, make sure that the new players are new, and the veteran players or the coaches. Well, you can have any coach. I'm not going to really vet the coaches, but there are some rules with this format, which I'm going to go into a little bit more. But one coach per player. Coaches may only communicate till turn 5. Again, that's to stop them ghost playing, basically, where you're just typing or talking exactly what to do in the game. So really, the coach is playing. So that's why they have to go to my drop pod, and you're not allowed to text chat with your player. The only time you're allowed to talk freely or text is pre-game, like during the lobby and up to turn 5, or on the first battle pause, and obviously at the end of the game when the game is over. During the game, you're not allowed to communicate to your player, and that's mainly, again, to emphasize the time you spent with the player, and letting the player trying to figure things out based on your coaching pre-game and during that first 5 turns, to give them kind of an idea what they need to do. And then again, you have that battle pause, which allows you to kind of come in strong as a coach and maybe turn the game around or something. But the player has to, they have to basically ask for the battle pause. So you're gonna have to gonna tell them when's a good time to battle pause. So it's one battle pause. That's it, and very similar to the last tournament format. I will say this: I prefer everybody to use a mic. Now, I guess you could come to me privately and say, "Hey, I don't really want to use a mic. Is that okay during the tournament?" Because I'll tell you why. The main idea is after turn 5, you go to my drop pod, and I'll be like commentating the game. Both coaches will be in the drop pod with me. So basically, it's gonna be interesting in the fact that you have opposition coach here, opposition coach there, and I'm commentating the game, and they are free to also give their thoughts and opinions on their player if they're doing something right or what they want to do. Likewise, so it will also make kind of interesting commentary because not only am I commentary on the actual game, I have the coaches with me. Again, the coaches don't have to kind of participate, but it's they are in the drop pod. And now what I would say is they'll be on team A or team B, because I know that's the next question is, well, they're going to have vision of everything. No, they're only going to have vision of their player. And then I will most likely mute myself in my drop pod so they don't necessarily hear me when I'm talking about the general part of the game, like if I'm revealing stuff. And then I will unmute myself when I want to talk more open to both coaches. So it's going to be a back and forth where, if I do talk about the game, it's going to be not disclosing any valuable information to each coach, more just talking about what each coach sees. So yeah, I'm not going to, spill the beans, but so I'm going to handle the whole masking of the information. But like when I want to talk about the game state in general, I'll mute myself on Discord so the coaches don't hear me when I'm revealing stuff that could benefit both coaches or whatnot. So that, just so people understand, I'm not going to be spilling the beans and giving one coach valuable information. So when a battle pauses started, the coach will say everything. But yeah, each coach will be on their corresponding team of the player, so they don't when they're spectating, they'll be in the spectator mode, but on a team A or team B, which again will be fair for each player. So that's pretty much the special rules with the coaches. But again, like I said, it would be appreciated if you're on Discord. Well, actually, you have to be on Discord to be in this tournament. But again, it'd be helpful if you have a mic. Also, if the player has a mic, that's even better. And I think it's a competitive advantage for you as well. But if you do not want to have a mic during the tournament, just message me so I can if I can compensate it and make it work. I'll look into it. Let's continue here. All right. So same format for this kind of last tournament. During sim turns, you are not allowed to take, capture enemy player outposts or attack. Sim turns can be declared off by any player, and then adding 2 turns for war. No advancing or zoning intentionally during this phase. Web gates may be destroyed at any time. Okay, so pretty much if you've been playing the game on PvP on Discord, this is kind of the standard approach for playing the game. So nothing new has changed here. But again, for new players, they need to kind of learn that kind of system. So coaches, that's your job. Again, don't get disqualified, please. Space Marine towers are not allowed to be used in sieging bases until turn 25. It's kind of a gentleman agreement, really. And I think this is good for the format because You could have, say, Tyranid playing and SM dropping a tower at like turn 12 or something like that. And um, it's just that the tower system can be very strong aggressively. So balance wise, it's fair to be like turn 25, fine, you can drop towers if you want to siege somebody. So that's there more for balance. The game may be paused for either team for real life FK. So yeah, that's again, they need to go to the bathroom, take a phone call, just have the player put it in chat, and then obviously that's fine. Each team gets one re only and must be declared by turn 5. Yeah, we kind of went over that. So if the coaches are with the player till turn 5, so maybe you want to use that one re if it's a really bad position. And we're getting through this. All right, map settings. You take a screenshot. This will, I guess, be posted in the tournament section. Everything's the same as last tournament, except we're playing on community beta mod, and the map is tiny and it's on fast. So fast and furious, baby. Get ready for those steamy rushes. So here's kind of screenshot for new players. You can start practicing. And the community beta mod, what's funny is it does work without you downloading it, because I think it's so minimal. It just changes some stats. And I don't like, I played it with groups of people and no like a turn 70 game, and nobody like crashed that much or desync. So but it is recommended that you download it. If you go to workshop, type in community, it's the first one, and it says community beta. It's a very small balance mod, mainly for Dark Eldar, Sisters, and Admech, with a buff for Tau. All right, so winning team. The winning team, so that means the coach and the player, they get a grand total of $50, so that's $25 split. And runner-up for the losing team and coach is $25. Steam gift card, I think, is easy for me to do. So all you got to do is give me your friend code. There's like if you go to friend, like there's in Steam, there's an option to add get a friend code. Just send me it, and then I can add you a friend, or I could send you my friend code if you are one of the winning teams or runner up. If you can't, if you're like, I know some people are banned from Steam, which is weird, but I could try to send you through PayPal your winnings. Okay, so that is the option, but the Steam gift card is probably the easiest and fastest way for me to do it. And when is this tournament going to start? Well, it's coming up, so it's about a week from now. This tournament is gonna go really quick. It's a best of one. So this is kind of a quick, fast blitz and fun format for for new players and coach. So register the player and coach in the official Gladius tournament channel. So I think maybe either me or John, like at me, Describe Gaming, or at Jonathan. And again, if you have like questions, or you could direct message me on Discord, or just write it in the tournament section. And again, this tournament should be over, I would say, fairly quickly, a lot quicker than the last tournament. I will do a randomized, once we have a list of all the people, we'll do a random bracket, and then coaches will have a few days to organize, and that's how it's going to be. So hope we get some new players and coaches. Again, it should be, not such an intense Gladius tournament. They're very tiny maps, and I'm assuming most of the games will go quite quickly. Oh yeah, 2-minute adaptive time. I know coaches are probably going to ask that because new players are a little bit slow. So good luck out there. Have fun. And if those want to be coaches, maybe start looking on Discord, put an advertisement out there. Hey, I'm a vet. I want to be a coach for this tournament. Message me if you're a new player so I can get you kind of vetted out by Descry. That's the thing. I am going to try to vet out players again. I will say this. Please have a microphone, at least to communicate on Discord. Mainly because if you have a mic, there's less chances of people trying to like hide and pretend to be a new player. I need to know who you are. I need to know your Discord name. I got to make sure that we don't have any ninja veteran players try to get into this tournament. But I guess the main question is, well, how do I know if I'm new? So I will try to, like I said, I'm going to be the main person vetting the new players. So I'm pretty good at knowing if someone's new or not. In fact, so don't worry, I will handle that. But the question is, I need coaches. I need coaches that are willing up for this challenge, right? Again, there's some money to win at the end of this. So it's not like you're wasting all your time, and it's fun, right? You'll see really whoever wins this tournament basically is the supreme coach of Gladius, right? They're able to say, hey, my player that I took from little training wheels was able to win the whole tournament based on my knowledge and my expertise. So this is kind of bragging rights for those Gladius Discord warriors on the proxy channel that like to always say they know everything and they know what's best. This is your time to shine. This is your time. This is your moment to take your player, your prodigy, and see how well you can coach that player and give them all that information that you think you're right on. So let's see who is the top dog when it comes to the coaching and all that. I'm kind of interested in that. But anyways, August 13th. See you soon, guys.